Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is, of course, Charles Chuck Craig BlasterPro!
Hey, Matt.
And I am the human Muppet, Matt Wells. What's going on, everybody? We've got on, just so everybody knows, we've got Daryl Hargrove on, Dana Jacobs, Steven Straka, and Chad Davis. Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody.
It ended.
Nice.
Perfect, Joe. Thank you very
You
much.
are allowed to talk and stuff now, Rodney. Okay, so just so we know, in the background here, we've got, you were supposed to do that when I announced his name, not now. You are a little late. You are terrible.
Off the stage.
We've got, of course, as always, Joe is our director. We've got IT sitting in the back. Rodney, he's still gimping around. And we are our studio audience. We have Jess.
Who's just barely off camera.
Just barely. Well, she's more than barely. She's over there.
It's like 2.5 feet.
So, Rodney is here. Yes. We've got Daryl. Daryl says, "Hey, what's up?" Dan says, "Hey, all." I'm sorry. Oh man, hey all. Steven Straka, love the new intro, guys. Dan Jacobs, this intro blazes. Chad Davis says hello. The intro was awesome. Rodney is there? Question mark. What can I bring you, soldiers? Beer. And then I'm in a meeting, so I can't stay long. Daryl, you're always welcome to be here. And of course, this is of course the best train wreck you will ever be a part of. Even though it's not, we're going to have to change that so it doesn't have trivia night in it. We're going to actually have to make
No, we'll leave that one for trivia night.
I'm saying, we're going to have to make another one.
Hayden's looking for a train full of dumpster fires.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
We're looking for
a train full of
pick
dumpster fire.
of a train full of dumpster fires.
That would be amazing.
Doesn't Tony do trains now? What do you do, a miniature?
Do a miniature?
Bunch of miniatures.
Slow-mo it,
video.
And video it.
Train going by, dumpsters on fire.
Ooh, no,
more
because it would have to
animation.
crash because it's a train wreck. It's a train wreck full of dumpster fire.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure
and
Lisa would let us do that.
I don't think she'd let us do
that
that.
intro was done by our what are we calling him? He's our editing department. My son upstairs.
Special
Editing
effects.
department, special effects department,
Internet troll?
Internet troll
department, and
Assistant executive producer.
yes, I mean, really, his hat doesn't say BlasterPro's; it just has too many freaking titles on it.
So, I'm in a lot, man. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we've got 7 people on.
Cool.
How you been?
I'm good.
You are tired. Don't let him lie. He's super tired today. Chuck had to do a real job today.
I have some friends who needed some help. They run a business, and I've been called out of retirement. 2 years out of retirement, and it's a kind of a physically demanding job, and
Very demanding.
I am way out of shape.
It's crazy. He may not look it, but he's exhausted.
I was trying to get a 10-minute, 20-minute nap before these guys got here, and they kind of showed up early tonight.
No, we didn't. Rodney did.
Rodney showed up
Rodney
early.
showed
I
up
was
early.
bored. I had nothing better to
But
do.
to be honest, Rodney's been trying to get over here since noon, and I wasn't home, so
So it's not our fault. It's Rodney's fault.
he's been sitting in his car out front of the house for 6 hours.
Wow.
It was either that or the hospital.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So what do we have on the?
I think tonight
for
we're going
tonight,
to talk
sir?
about. Well, we'll go over the Etsy page a little bit. What's going on there?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about talking about one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, and that is kit bashing.
Oh,
and,
good.
Oh, okay.
And oh boy, these guys got and Greeblies.
Matt Myers is on. Hi, Matt. Greeblies is our topic tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Greeblies. For those of you who don't know what Greeblies are, they are the little pieces that go onto stuff to make it more cooler, neater. All the little odds and ends that don't normally get attached to these things if they are normal guns.
Yep. Matter of fact, these guys. Well, this one. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but this one here's all packed full of Greeblies.
It is packed full of Greeblies, and we're going to go over a couple different Greeblies, where to find them, where...
We're going to talk about my favorite kit in the whole wide world.
It is a really cool kit. So, and then we also have, what else we got? We got Etsy, we got Greeblies, we got...
We're going to talk about the Mando helmet a little bit.
Mando helmet.
Yeah, it kind of got thrown to the wayside, and during our last month's madness of giveaways, games, and
Oh, that's your own fault, and you got nobody to blame for it.
fun.
That was not fun. That was not fun. Don't let him lie. That
It was
fun.
a lot of work.
That was
but-
terrible.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was well worth it, I think.
And then just read specs as Sergeant Slaughter. And just to put him on the spot real quick, how are we doing on the DC-15?
The SC-14.
How are we doing on the DC-15?
DC-15. DC-15, kind of wind got pulled out of my sails on that one. But
I need you guys to like push him along to get this thing done.
Blow!
Like blow hard, man, because we need the DC-15 so that everybody's got that type of gun. And then we also, how's the SC-14? Since it's been featured in Mando a lot, and you started it and it was going along
the
well.
SC-14 is partially cast.
It's partially cast. Can you tell me what part?
I cast some small pieces. The flash suppressor, or not the flash suppressor, but the muzzle end and the butt and the scope mount. And I have not, you remember how you found that file for that one little piece I needed?
Uh-huh.
I never have printed that.
You're killing me.
I know. I need to redo my resin printer.
You guys need to get on him about this stuff because he needs to get them done so you guys can get them.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody.
Trigon revolver is my favorite kit.
It's an awesome revolver.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking his physical revolver, not his arm, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making sure we're on the same page.
Hey, should I do Vash the Stampede this year? I'm thin enough.
You could do Vash the Stampede now,
Yeah.
although it'd be really hot because it's a
The
duster.
guy from
always
Cowboy
cold.
Bebop. The main character from Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, Spike.
Fight?
Yeah, like
So I guess first thing to talk about is the Etsy store.
Actually, you know what? Let's go to the contest this month.
The contest.
Let's hit the contest.
All right, we're gonna hit the hot contest first.
Which is the 29th, next week.
June 29th.
Yeah. And we'll be doing
Next week,
10 questions, Family Feud,
Family Feud.
everybody's favorite train wreck. Actually, our second.
No. That's your second, my first.
Our second.
Your
after
second, my
the
first.
glorious train wreck that Jeopardy turned out
Oh
to be.
my gosh, Jeopardy was terrible.
I think we should do Jeopardy next month.
Oh my gosh, if you do, it's your fault.
No, but we're gonna do like easy questions.
That's what you said for the last one.
No, I wanted hard questions because it was the finale.
It was like, yeah, but nobody got any points. No,
right.
one person, Aaron, got points. Aaron,
First time out too, or
First time
second
out.
Time was it was the second time?
well, it was his second time out, and his
winning.
first time
Yes.
winning. Yes.
So, yeah, I want to do Jeopardy again. I like the animation. It was fun. Joe, where you at? Our director, you have a vote. He is crying. He's literally crying.
I don't blame him.
He's holding back tears.
I don't blame him. I don't
I'm
blame
thinking
him.
happy thoughts. I'm thinking corgi butts.
So, yeah.
Two hams fighting.
And of course, the big winner next week will be getting this DL44,
This one.
the Greedo
Not
Killer.
this one. This one.
Yes.
The Greedo Killer. That's the one you made specially to get the Etsy store back up and
That
running, if I'm
was
correct?
the first model, the first one I put together for the Etsy store,
It's
and
got
I
kind
did,
of a band around the tip. It's got black, and it doesn't
Yeah.
look 100%. I'm just saying.
But I'm sorry to say, if anybody wants an orange tip blaster from the Etsy store, I'm sorry, they're not going to go out with an orange tip on it. It's going out like that.
You're not going to even give them like an orange piece of tape or something?
No, I'm not even going to do that
Okay.
because then I'll have to start buying orange tape.
Oh, yeah. We buy orange tape anyway.
We have one roll of orange tape, and when
And it's good. It's good orange. Oh wait,
That
yeah,
is
that's
good
different
stuff.
orange tape.
Yeah,
that's
but-
that's the orange electrical.
but anyway, once that's done, I'm
We're losing viewers. Like we were started at 7, and we're down to 3.
it's all right. We'll be all right.
People don't love us anymore.
Do something stupid.
Matt, hurry.
No.
Take off your hat.
No,
Don't buy your haircut.
but
Oh no, we're not doing that.
But yes, the winner, this month's winner, will be getting this beautiful
Blaster.
DL44 A&H, the Greedo Killer.
Burrito Killer.
Yeah.
You know, I was just looking at this. Like, this doesn't look right to me because, well, I guess the scope wouldn't be covered up.
No, that is the heaviest DL44 you can get.
Because this thing is freaking giant.
That scope
It's
takes
a giant scope.
it takes over. It's almost
As much as a gun.
it weighs as much as a gun. Yeah, it's only 3 ounces short of the gun itself.
That's crazy. So with the scope mount, it's the same.
Yeah, it's a hefty blaster.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I've always wanted this one. This is kind of one it's not as available as all the rest of them.
Gangsta.
It was only
Gangsta
used.
style.
It was used only in one scene. It was.
Can anybody guess what scene?
Yeah, if anybody would like to guess what scene it is.
By the way, it's called the Greedo Killer. Anybody? Anyone? Anyone want to guess?
Yeah, look at how much.
How about you, Jess? You want to guess? It's called the Greedo Killer. Are you freaking kidding me?
Picard?
Are you?
Yeah, Captain Picard.
Captain Picard is in it. Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, this is one of my favorites. I've always liked this blaster, and like I said, it was only used in one scene. It was made for the Cantina scene. The reason why they didn't have the one that was used in the docking bay shootouts and through the rest of the movie is because that was all shot in England, and the Cantina scene was shot in Hollywood, and they needed to recreate that blaster because it stayed overseas because it was a rental.
Wow.
They rented most of the blasters.
So again, this is the blaster you're going to win. Next Tuesday, the 29th.
The 29th.
Family Feud style.
10 questions. The answers will range from 50 points to 2 points.
Yep,
So,
that's 100% correct.
And I think we're just going to grab straight out of the deck. Usually we pick and choose.
No, I usually pick straight out of the deck. You start picking and choosing. So
I pick and choose because I weed out. I weed out the prequels.
The prequels. Yeah, he did.
And I tend to weed out, and I also weed out all the
non-classic trilogy.
Non-classic trilogy questions.
If it's not original trilogy, but see, here's the problem.
Well, I know why Dan is not on anymore.
You were supposed to notice that.
So you're just gonna walk in front of the camera?
Right in front of the camera. Right in front of the camera. Did you see that, people?
Hey,
you
Dan,
just got to see Dan's butt.
You might have to grab yourself a chair. They're right behind the camera.
That's fine.
But anyway,
I'll sit on a Greeley.
Dan Jacobs just hit his head. Yay!
and we didn't need Rodney for that one.
Wasn't me this time.
So anyway,
So he's in here. He is now part of the live studio audience.
Wow. We went from 4 viewers to 3.
Yeah.
There we go.
See?
Live viewers are always better.
Yeah.
than
the studio audience, yes.
Oh, I forgot to do that. It's like shop talk tonight with Charles.
You know what? Do you remember it
I'm
always?
gonna have to fix that.
Do you remember
I'll
it was
fix that.
always
We'll fix it in
originally
post.
it was supposed to be Blaster Pro Live?
I don't know.
Nobody remembers that?
I know. I don't
That's how
remember
we
squash.
introduced it in the beginning.
I don't know.
That was a long time ago. wasn't it?
Anyways,
All right. So on to the Etsy store.
Etsy store.
The Etsy store is picking up steam, so thank you if you're out there and have ordered.
Etsy.com/shop/BlasterPro for all your blaster needs.
I'm getting a lot of traffic, getting lots of emails, lots of inquiries, and I'm actually making some deals on somebody who actually wants. And if you haven't been to the store lately, check it out because I've created some DL44 kits. I created an A&H kit.
Oh, some custom ones or just?
Yeah,
oh
no.
wait, no, you told me about this. Yeah.
So you can buy and save if you bought
All 3.
the A&H kit, you would save $30.
Yeah.
$15 off of each blaster if you purchase them individually.
3 blasters, save $30
It'll be
off.
it'll be 2 blasters.
Oh, the A&H kit is 2 blasters.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
15 off each blaster.
And then you had the trilogy.
And then I have what's called the Trilogy Hero set, which is the A&H Hero, the brother to this one, the ESB Hoth, and the Return of the Jedi DL44. And then there is an Empire Strikes Back kit, which is the Stunt, the Hoth, and the Bespin.
There you go.
So, yeah. So somebody decided they didn't like the kits I offered and would like to create their own kit. So we're actually doing that.
Oh, there you go, man.
We're creating we're creating a kit that is
Not on the Etsy store, so
it's
if you
not on
talk
the
to
Etsy
him,
store.
you can do stuff like that.
But he picked the DL44s he wanted to buy and combine them into a kit to get the same
And
discount.
then got the $30 off.
He
There
got
you
the-
go, ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen.
So
Talk to him if you're looking at stuff. Talk to him.
So it worked
things
out
are
for
up.
him.
Things are still up to snuff, no matter how you go about it.
It's getting better. It's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said,
Just don't forget to have orange on the tips
orange on the tips.
when you post about.
Only when I take the pictures.
Just the tip.
Only when I take the
Just
pictures.
the tip.
Only when I take the pictures.
Just saying.
I think I'm going to talk about the one thing, the one
Just the
guy.
tip?
No. But before we even get to tonight's topic, which is hopefully it's one of my favorites, and I hope everybody enjoys it. Joe, can you reach the Mando bucket?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to Mando next.
We're going to go to Mando next.
Okay.
Vanna, will you hand this over, please?
Vanna.
Hey.
Thanks, Vanna.
I hope everybody remembers this guy, who we haven't really seen him since April. Yeah.
Wow.
April.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything to this since April. Next month.
He hasn't done any. We haven't
Nothing.
really. He
Nothing.
hasn't done anything since it's.
Nothing at all. I mean, but the body of the helmet, it's ready to go. Check it out, Matt.
Oh, it's really smooth.
Yeah. Not your level, my
Still
level.
gotta get, your level, yes. Except for the fact that it now has a coffee stain on it, but we won't get into
That's
that.
all right. Prime will fix that.
And the ear caps are not on still.
The ear caps are being massaged.
He can't hear.
But anyway, we're going to be finishing this next month, and probably going to try to finish the casting. Well,
Glasses have come off.
here's the funny thing, Joe. If I'm working during the day, we may not be able.
Much better, man.
The plan was I was going to start the casting process during the day, and the mold would be putting the last layer on during the show.
Yes,
The problem is, if I'm actually working, I won't have time to do that because it's going to take 8 hours to make that mold. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to figure that out. But the plan is,
When you do it, just record it. We can do a time lapse.
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll probably end up doing that.
Yeah.
We'll probably end up.
Sorry, Hayden can do that.
Yeah, well, Hayden will.
Our visual effects manager.
We're
upstairs.
probably going to record it and just do a time lapse. And but what's probably going to end up happening is the very first pull, Matt. What do I normally do with my first pulls?
Throw it away.
Yes. No, I give them to you. Next best thing. I think that will be our giveaway when we finally get this in cast and a mold. That's going to be the giveaway. Hey, I'm surprised it actually fits you. Could you
Well, with
visor?
the visor in, I think, if I
Yeah.
push it back, it would fit me.
That means you gotta do a lot
My
of
nose
padding
would
on the
be right
forehead.
up on it.
You have to put
Padding on the
here in
forehead?
forehead.
Yeah, I'd have to put padding right on the forehead, but my nose would also
Yeah.
be right up on it. So,
I truly shot for the best possible size I could get.
like, it's a barely fit, but it's there.
See, I didn't
So
want
that
it.
would fit normal people.
I wanted it to fit you, possibly,
Not me.
but it wasn't that important. But I wanted it to. All right. I wanted it to fit a wide range of people, and I wanted one
Number
helmet
one, sir.
that did not look like a bobblehead on me.
It's not. It's definitely not bobbleheading me because my ears touch as soon as they get there. Somebody said something, and I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know what
That's
it is.
Jeff Hayes.
Jeff Hayes says,
Somebody said something. You can't hear.
"Do it like a cooking show. Do it ahead of time. Do it during the show. Then pull out the finished one."
Ding. Thank you.
That means we'd have to make 2 molds.
We can do it like Bob Ross. He does 3 paintings, and the best one. What does he do? He does 1 painting, and then a second painting, and he paints it the 3rd time on the show. So it was 3 paintings. Every one of them were 3 paintings.
Now I've got Girl of Ipanema stuck in my head. You know that, right?
We did
I'm
that
just saying.
pre-show, too,
I
yeah.
know. We got to do that. We're gonna have to do that.
All right.
So moving on to the topic
So-
of tonight. Oh wait,
That will be the big thing. That'll be what we'll work on next month. That's it. The Mando.
The Mando helmet?
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's what
We'll
we're
make
getting. We're
that
getting
happen.
back to it.
So
Well,
what about the DC-15 and the SE-14 though?
There's nothing to do.
When are you gonna do those?
I'll do them.
The SE-14 is hot right now. I mean,
I know
people
it
want
is
that.
super hot.
I don't know why you don't do that like first.
I know. All right, I'll do this. I'm going to finish the SC-14.
You need to.
I know.
And the DC-15?
And the DC-15.
Good.
Okay. I don't know anybody who wants clone blasters except for one person.
There's one there.
Joe,
I
two
would take
people.
one. I'd take
Two
one.
people. All right.
I'm sure
I already got one set up for you too, so that makes 3.
Okay, so you guys are selling them. They're getting them sold. All right, great. All right. I'll
Great.
get it.
There's a few
Why'd you
clones
say great?
in the Garrison
Great.
Academy.
You're going to
Huh?
take one?
There's a few clones
You're gonna
in the
grape 'em?
Garrison Academy that are trying to build their clones.
Oh, I wanted. They should be watching this show.
Now, there's a lot of different kind of clones, and I have no mastery of them.
Does anybody at the academy even know about this?
Oh crap! I forgot to put this.
I've always been.
Adam doesn't count as people. He's not wrong.
Adam wants the short. Adam and I already worked out an arrangement 3 years ago about a short and a long.
A short and a long.
Yeah, DC-15s.
Oh.
No pistols, so he's doing a straight grunt clone.
Nice.
He's doing a grunt clone, so he wants a long or a short, depending on how he feels that day.
Is it what is it? What's the
Like
interchangeable
S,
blaster?
That's the
interchangeable Republic Commando
The Republic
blaster.
Command.
Because
Commander
with
blaster, yeah.
with right now with the Bad Batch, they use that weapon.
Okay, can we restart? I posted in the academy.
They use that weapon.
You remember when we were working?
No, I know. We were looking at
working
how
hard,
we could
yeah,
possibly
and
making an interchangeable blaster as
doing
well.
the rare earth magnets, so you could pull off the sniper and then add on the
Populate
assault.
whatever. Yeah, but right now that is going to be a commodity, especially with the Republic Commando or not.
I
Republic,
really
with
did
Bad
want.
Batch.
I honestly
that.
really did want to do that, and when I saw Republic Commando stuff, just go boom. There was no interest in it at all.
But I know, but with Bad Batch, it's all coming back.
Alright.
Like that entire kit is all Republic Commando stuff.
Yeah. Okay. We'll look back into that.
Yeah, that's going to be something we need to look at.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah.
Big head community. Chad Davis. Yeah, he's got a big head like me.
So he's a maybe fitter.
Oh, it would fit him.
You could
Slightly
swing.
smaller than you, yeah.
It's slightly.
You could make that. You
smaller
could
than
make
mine,
that
yeah.
helmet work though.
Oh yeah, I can make it work, especially because I'd do the heavy infantry character.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't already look almost exactly like my kit, but
So tonight,
good night.
no. So
done?
tonight.
Oh, tonight we're going to talk about really bad blasters.
Yeah, rubber blasters. Actually, no. I thought about doing that because I was trying to figure out what to talk about tonight.
That's a whole different Etsy site.
No, but I was going to actually talk about.
Sorry, I'm just playing around.
Whenever this happens for two different reasons in the shop. One, the material's not properly mixed.
Oils.
Number two is I forget maybe where I put one part to the second part. I have this bad thing about thinking I'm boring to 16 ounces. Okay, I start out planning to pour to 16 ounces for certain things.
So
And then I grab and I realize, I need to cast this too. And then I up it to 18, but I still pour
16
for the 16, but part 2 goes in
Hernan is on.
for 18 ounces. And
See,
what ends up happening...
Hernan got more reaction than you did.
I know.
That's great.
And what ends up happening is I end up with a stunt blaster.
We call it a stunt blaster because
rubber-
it is like
A rubber blaster.
the only thing it doesn't is it doesn't floppy.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. This is what would be like a stunt holster stuff.
Like if somebody was gonna like club somebody,
it would hurt.
this would
hurt.
compared to those. This would be pleasant.
No, it would not be pleasant. You're going to hit someone with a foam, not a rubber. This is what. Give me that.
Hit Matt with it. See if he likes
This
it.
is what your actors are going to be running around with and doing, stuff.
Tumble.
This is what. Yeah.
The tumble pull.
Yeah. This is not going to hurt them while they're rolling around doing whatever. But you're not. I mean. This thing is solid rubber.
Well, I mean, but
it would hurt.
If I had the choice of being hit by that or this, I'd
that
take
one.
this over any day.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. I mean, my hand's solid in there. That's not me,
So what Matt says is he wants to get hit with rubber blaster.
Yeah.
I'd say we should practice on Rodney.
Yeah, why
Which
not?
one hurts worse?
Why not? I don't have a cocaine anymore.
You can knock out a guy. That's true.
With the Nokia 66, you can knock a guy out. Yeah, I've actually seen that video too. All right, so we're going to go on to the actual subject of the night, which is, of course,
kit bashing.
dun dun!
Kit bashing and greeblies.
Kit bashing and greeblies.
And a quick explanation, Matthew.
Greeblies are taking...
No, let's go with kit bashing
Kit
first.
bashing. Kit bashing is taking multiple model kits and creating a nice little object that will create a nice aesthetic feel for your blaster or object.
So, in the Star Wars universe, we can pretty much call the Star Wars universe a kit bash.
Oh, it is a kit bash universe. Let me get the You didn't bring out the Universal Greebly. You want me to get that?
You can grab the Universal Greebly. It would be in the DL18.
Hi, everybody. Like my shirt?
So anyway, the Millennium Falcon is a perfect example of a kit bashed prop. It'll be on the right side, first set of rows, top right.
DL21.
That's the L21.
Okay, keep going right, down.
There's no right. That's the furthest.
You stay right and go down. Oh. Anyway, so
Stay on target.
the Millennium Falcon is a perfect example. If you see the before it ever got dressed, it was a bunch of plexiglass and wood, and just clean, straight lines.
You don't have a freaking...
And what they ended up using were model kits to add mechanical features and to dress the ship up to make it. And they went for obviously a very industrial mechanical feel when it came to Star Wars. The Y-Wing is a huge kit bash vehicle. Tank model kits, World War II artillery kits, all kinds of stuff like that. Just look for the one that says DL18.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I also know what I'm looking for.
No, you don't.
The only place they would be is in DL18.
Wait. It's in the bottom.
I quit making it because I finally combined the piece properly. So anyway,
Is that right?
that is it. That is it. Yes.
That is the Universal Greebly piece. Look it up with Adam Savage.
Yeah. That particular Greebly it became such a thing that they used. This is a piece off of an artillery, I think an artillery kit. But anyway, this piece ends up almost any model that ILM made post Star Wars. They put it on the Starship Enterprise. It went everywhere. It actually shows up in the Matrix on the what's the hammer, the
Nebuchadnezzar?
Mjolnir. Yeah, it was going to be called after Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir?
Yeah,
What's the Mjolnir?
it was the ship. It was one of the ships in one of the 2 or 3.
Well, the one on the first one's the Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but the Universal Greebly shows up in one of the sequels. Anyway, when it comes to blasters, and a lot of costume pieces, there's probably no other kit, model kit, that comes close to where they
Steal stuff from. Man, he just threw that on the floor.
Greeblies everywhere.
He just threw a bunch of Greeblies on the floor.
There's one kit that is just crazy, used everywhere, from C-3PO, General Veer's helmet,
The chair.
the Emperor's throne, almost every DL-44 except the ANH 44s. But you've got pieces that end up on the bowcaster.
You've talked about it, but you're going to tell him what
Yes.
it is?
You know what it is? It's right here. And what's cool is a lot of the other kits are super expensive, no longer available. You cannot find them.
And this is still available. This is $67 on eBay
This
or
is
on
still
Amazon.
being produced. It's still out today.
Tilted. There you go.
It's the Revell.
Thank you.
Here, I'll take it. Then be your Vanna.
It's the Revell visible
engine kit.
Yes, it's basically a see-through V8 engine. And if you ever get this particular kit, like if you're a huge, if you want original parts for your kits or whatever, this is it, and it's still available, and it's actually, for what it actually has in it, and actually a cool piece of history, because there's so much of Star Wars in this kit right here. And as soon as you start looking and start recognizing pieces, you're like, oh, well, I know what this is. You know, or I know I've seen this here and there.
Yeah.
What do you got queued up first, Joe? Just for an example. It runs about $65 to $70, but you can also find them used, open, that aren't very expensive.
So, like the first one we have, so we're going to show you some of the Greeblies that came
Yeah, we're
out
going to
of
show you
this,
some parts.
that actually physically came out of this kit.
If you look at, that's a Rebel Hoth cap, and that's the hat communicator. And if you see that long piece on the bottom,
Dan is going to stand up and he's going to take this and show it close to the camera.
you see that long piece on the bottom.
Right about there. That looks good.
That's good.
Right there.
You can go back to it, Joe.
Go back to what?
Just bring us back up. That piece right there, if you recognize it,
Up a little.
there you go.
Yeah, it's still in the frame. That's all that matters.
There you go.
That is I think it's an oil filter piece or something like that.
Go ahead and set it back down.
I got
Thanks,
the
Dan.
Revell. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Vanna.
I've got right here, I have the Revell assembly sheet instructions for the kit. Now, I found this years and years and years ago, and this was a huge help to me early.
At least 10 that I know of.
Yeah. I found this.
Of course, that's also why the pages are faded.
Yes,
like nothing
it's
else.
been sun bleached. It's terrible. But this here was, if anybody everybody should go to the website called Parts of Star Wars.
Parts of Star Wars.
It's a great site. It's an old site. A lot of
Make sure
people.
that's the right name.
Right there.
No, it is. Oh, it's Parts of
SW.
SW.
All one word, parts of SW.com. So you could download this right here, and this was, at that point, all the parts that they had identified from the Revell engine kit. And it's got C-3PO parts in here.
R2
R2 parts, Vader, Han Solo's belt, which I'll show you that here in a minute. It's just
pistons off the
the
blasters.
piston halves off the blasters. It just keeps going on and on. Push rods,
all kinds of wonderful things.
Look at that.
We put the link in the chat.
Okay,
Yep,
great.
We put the link in the chat. So you can check it out.
That's Boba Fett's blaster stock.
Oh, look at that!
And look at that. That's
Yeah.
a cover, starting gear case, 1977
model kit for.
Yep. And so it gives you the location. It doesn't give you
Casing only.
Some of them it gives you the location, the part number. Like this is part 92. This is one of the parts that's on Boba Fett's butt stock in Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
And
Of the EE3.
Yeah, the EE3. They use two of them on there. The one part that's no longer available, and it's a kind of an important part when it comes to DL44s, is this guy right here. See the motor coil? The motor coil part, which is right here, it's on your Empire Strikes Back blasters, and it's also on the Return of the Jedi DL44. That part of the kit does not exist. They deleted that section of the kit. You can't get that anymore. But I have an original that I use for that.
So
master.
And the cool thing about this, the motor cover and all the model itself is actually a functioning engine, and you can turn it on.
You build it,
and you're building it with the idea of it's going to be a running engine, so you can see it happen.
It's got a functioning valve train, timing gear. It's really cool.
So not only is it Star Wars, it's also cool.
Yeah. So these pieces show up like
I thought that was funny.
For the Rebel Commandos in Return of the Jedi. They recycled a lot of Hoth parts.
Yep.
Did you know? So
Yep.
the parts that were on the Hoth hats ended up being on the bandoliers of
Dan's
some of
gonna
the
end up just
Commandos.
breaking everything over there.
He's just playing. He's like playing in
missed
the
like
toy box.
three-
The motor coil.
From what I found, he missed like three parts down there. Like,
Oh no, this is mine.
no, I'm looking at I'm seeing stuff underneath your chair.
Don't worry about it. That's no.
Cigarette butt? No, I got it.
No, oh, it's one piece for the DL18. Anyway,
It's a motor coil. You're right.
See?
so
I'll put it back in here.
Yeah.
So when I started building blasters, I had to have this kit because the piston halves for
There you go.
the
There's
Return of
other
the
two.
Jedi, DL44 and the piston halves that were also used on the Hawk DL44.
Okay.
I needed them.
That was the only 3 I saw.
Yeah. So, Joe, you got, what's the next one you got?
Belt.
We're going to pull, all right, pull
Oh,
up the
Han
belt.
Solo's belt.
Yeah. So if you look right in the middle, there's a little piece.
The pocket.
Yeah,
The
in
thing
the pocket of the
sitting
belt.
in the pocket.
Yeah. And if you look at that, I have that piece right here in my hand.
Are we going to have Dan Vanna it for us?
If Dan wants to move it up again.
Dan can Vanna it for us. He's here. He wanted to
There
be
you
part
go.
of our live city
why I'm doing
audience.
it.
This is also from the Revell engine kit. If you turn
Right
it
there.
up,
Perfect.
turn it the other way, and you can see this is how the part was actually identified back in the day, was the top of it right there. You could see it. Turn it the other way, and
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing absolutely everything wrong.
You are.
you didn't even look at the picture, did you?
Not at all.
There you go.
Like that.
All right, there we go.
So that little pip on top, that's what was identified to be able to identify that part and what it was. And
That
you
is the
could see,
piece in his belt.
and that photo, I believe that
Random
photo
little
right there,
piece.
yeah. That's how they identified what that part
Random
was.
little piece in his belt.
And I believe that's, if I go into here, it will tell me
You're going
that.
to keep going back to that, aren't you?
No, but it's a great piece. It's a great resource. It's so awesome that someone took the time. There it is right
it's
there.
object number 52.
It's number 52. It's the carburetor, front half. Han Solo ESB belt accessory. So it's accessory. So let's go ahead and get to the last one real quick. Joe, there you go. Thank you, sir.
Last one. I thought we had like more.
No, we do have.
Oh, we got. Luke's.
Yeah. So
Luke's
Is that not the one you
my
wanted?
yeah, that's it.
Monoculars?
Electro binoculars.
electro binoculars.
And it comes.
But it's only got one.
If you
output,
look
so
at-
wouldn't that be like a monocular?
You got
Like
two eyes
that's
look
almost
out.
like a spyglass.
So
right?
in the left-hand side, that star-looking piece.
It's 2 pieces.
It actually, yes, it's 2 pieces. And here they are right now. There are also other on the backside of that particular prop. There are other pieces like push rods and stuff like that from the kit. Go ahead and we're good. We're good, Joe. Pulls back. There we go. And
I'm the director.
Oh my gosh, he dropped it. They broke it.
now.
They
That's
broke
not a
it.
good match.
They broke it.
there's the pieces right there. And
That's the front half of that.
Yeah, that's one of them is water pump impeller part 100, and the other is vibration dampener pulley, and that's part
Looks great.
107.
You can,
Yes,
thank you, sir. Thank you, Vanna.
So to have access to, like, if you're putting a costume together,
Good job.
say you want to do, like I said, a Han Solo,
Yeah.
and especially a Han Solo ESB, because
You want it to
Han-
be as screen accurate as
Yeah,
possible.
Han actually had the electro binoculars. Remember when he was out looking around
Yep.
for Luke? So, I doubt anybody's actually going to find the real deal because that's actually a laser range finder. I think it was a Swedish made or something like that, Swedish military or whatever.
I use the Tank Commander. Is that what it
Yeah, the
is?
Tank Commander, the sub game. It's the tank game or the sub game.
Yeah.
So, what was it? 2 years ago, we were building the Emperor's Throne.
Yep.
That was a pit crew, a Speeder Bike pit crew build.
As part of the crew, feel free to go over and see us on Facebook. It is the Ohio Speeder Bike.
And one thing we kind of always, I was trying to get as much of it as accurate as possible. Oh, thank you. Darth Vader parts.
It's on the throne, isn't it? Or am I wrong? That could maybe that's
It
not-
might be on the throne.
No, it's the
I
rod.
don't think that
it's the.
It's a chest rod. Well, I put the chest rod on there because I didn't know what the detail was. So,
Anyways.
anyway, there was a detail on the chair, and if you look,
Those 2 pieces right there at the top.
yeah, that's not the best picture, but
That's the best picture we've got right this second.
I had
Chuck
some-
asked for it really quickly.
yes, it was my fault. I had some behind the scenes photos of Mark Hamill sitting in the chair.
Yep.
And it gave a better angle than you could ever get
That's
in
kind of
the,
a side angle almost.
yeah, than you could get in the movie, and it clicked into my head what some of these parts were.
It's the
Crankcase. They were
right?
crankcase,
Yeah.
and those it doesn't show up in this book.
No, it doesn't.
So anyway, I went and I pulled out the
Revell
Revell
engine
kit, And we took all the crank pieces, and laid them out on the table, and kept for 2 hours tried to figure out exactly what piece it was.
Give or take 2 hours. Yeah, it was 2 hours.
And then we ended up finding more pieces that added to it to make it complete.
Yep.
I don't even remember what the other piece was.
They were part of the crankshaft itself.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah.
So we ended up spending like 2 hours trying to figure out, because every crank piece, there's a little bit of subtle difference in them. Even though they're doing the same part later on in the crank and they should be identical, the way they went together, they didn't have the right length shaft here because of the way they connected. So, but we finally found what we believe is the proper part.
He said shaft.
Yeah. We found the right part, and we also discovered other parts in the kit while doing it that fit to it, that actually gave us the proper profile. And I think, in a way, because this is a detail that I see people get wrong all the time, or don't even have it on their chair. And it's just the fact I knew the engine.
Or if they do have it, it's actually just a painted on piece, because it looks like, if you're looking at pictures, you never see that that's a 3-dimensional piece that extends out.
Yeah, because it kind of just looks like a part of a pie wedge or something with a circle on it. But when you get a side view of it, you can see exactly what it is, and it's literally a crankshaft piece from the Revell kit. And I think that was actually my proudest moment. The chair was almost done at that point.
It more or less was. I mean, we had already done paint. We had already done a lot of stuff too. I'm sorry. You had done paint, because I don't. Let's face it, he does paint a lot better than I do.
No, but Matt sewed the cushions.
Oh, I hated those things.
And he did most of the framing, which was okay. He did a really good job. And I was able to cover most of that up in...
The biggest problem was it was about a 1.5 foot taller than it needed to be initially.
Yeah, we had a few size issues. But I think in the end we nailed it.
When it came down, but that's because you took and like bondoed the crap out of it.
It looks right, and it feels right.
Yeah.
We kind of fudged some of the details because you couldn't get control panel pictures, but I'm really proud of the way it turned out, and
it turned out great.
Yeah, we were very happy with it, and but just finding that
Alan
piece,
Harris liked it.
Yes,
We'll be back, right?
Yeah, it will be back. Just finding that piece was just like a really cool way to finish the project, and it was actually knowing we finished it right was the most important thing. Because I actually had no idea what that piece was, and I was trying to fabricate
Somebody's got to take this away from me, because I'm just sitting here playing.
Here you go. Someone. Yeah, there we go. We'll give it to an adult.
We all know it's not me.
But that piece was just like, to me, that was the best part of the build, discovering that.
Yeah.
And knowing we actually had it in-house, and it was awesome.
Because we got lights and all kinds of stuff in the chair. The only thing we don't have is we still need still need the speakers.
The speaker, I think doing the
No, I think it should just be the Imperial March the whole time.
No, I think the Emperor's thing. Don't you? It's like you're on a haunted ride when you sit down in it. That's what it needs to be. You need to feel.
You guys need to come come to the Cincinnati Comic Expo on September 17th through the 19th and tell us what you think, whether it needs the Imperial March or the Emperor's
the Emperor's theme. That's the Emperor's theme. It needs the Emperor's theme because it needs that piece that needs to be kind of ominous, and
I get what you're saying, but I think overall,
you know what, we can do the Imperial March if we ever build Darth Vader's bridge.
We're not building Darth Vader's
I know
bridge.
we're never gonna do anything like that, but the Revell engine kit, if you ever come across one, buy it, used, open, whatever. I guarantee you there's some good Star Wars goodness in there.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, if you came across one, we were talking about this before we started tonight. If you found one of these, you could actually parcel that out. Because not everybody's looking for C-3PO parts, but there might be someone looking for... Yeah, see, there we go.
Steven doesn't count.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
Steven.
yeah.
Stalker doesn't count. Stalker doesn't count.
someone might be looking for the Han Solo pieces, which is the carburetor pieces, or DL44 pieces. You can sell a lot of DL44 pieces because it's only piston halves, and there are 16 piston halves in there.
Who?
Yeah. So those are the original parts that were used on the DL44s, the costumes from Hoth, to actually I think there's even a Revell engine piece on somewhere on one of Chewbacca's bandoliers, and I'm not sure which one it is.
The Firefly had some.
Yeah.
Serenity.
And I think other people use pieces from that.
Oh yeah, they do all the
just
time.
because of one.
It's got a lot of cool stuff.
It's got very cool stuff, and then it's an homage to Star Wars because it's just that engine kit threw up all over Star Wars. It is everywhere. Like this one little piece, you can't see it. It's very hard to see, but it's the only greebly on this side besides the motor cover here. And all that is the distributor cap hold down for the Revell engine kit, and that's it. On the Hoth version, they use 2 of these. Or no, they don't use 2 of them.
Back to back, isn't it?
On the stunt version, they use 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Back to back.
You can tell he's done a lot of research figuring out all these pieces.
There's so much knowledge in here that it's born. Matter of fact, yeah.
I've actually heard a lot of this stuff before, so I know
100 times, and he doesn't hear it
once or
and
twice.
look at Joe.
Twice.
Joe's only known me for what, 3 or 4 years now,
Yeah.
and he's already tired of it.
We never said we were tired of it.
I never said I was tired of it. I just was saying that I'd heard it before.
It's only for the new people. You don't have to listen.
First time I've heard it.
See, there you go. Are you feel educated?
I do.
See, there we go. And I hope everybody else gets a little bit out of it, because if you run across it, you might think, it's just some stupid old model, and why would I want to get a hold of it? But if you go pick up these things at garage sales super cheap, I would get it, because you could parcel it out. You can use it for your own costumes. It's from end to end. There's so many pieces. There's still pieces that are used in that kit in other props that haven't been identified yet that come from this. I find them.
You do not want the Discovery Kids DIY model. You want the Revell V8 visible engine kit. Just to give you a heads up. Apparently, there's a new one out there for $20. You don't want that one.
Yeah.
Amazon's currently got it on for $79.95 if anybody wants to look into it. Again, it is the Revell visible engine kit.
Last day of Prime Day.
Yeah.
Today's last day of Prime. Today is the last day of Prime Day, so get those deals out there.
I didn't even know Prime was going on.
Brought to you by Amazon.
So anyway, I that was my idea. This is
Free swag.
I love the
God,
kits.
I hope Amazon doesn't see us. They'd sue us or something.
No, they'd laugh.
I love this kit.
Send it 3 viewers.
If I get bored,
Send
I'll
the
just
3
start
people over
picking
there.
through it to see if I can find where some other pieces might be that either other people didn't notice. There's like pieces in there you see, it's like it looks familiar.
Yeah.
Like I know this piece, and then I'll go into the book and I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Like that's
That is part of another big thing that was scavenged for parts was a particular type of record player, and we were talking about that the other night. You remember what it is?
we are starting to glitch a little bit too, by the way.
Yeah. But anyway,
Talking about this guy right here,
yeah,
by the way. just so
that
everybody knows.
part is from that record player, and the great aluminum discs on the Imperial belt buckles and the hats.
That's the same as this guy.
Yes.
This guy here.
That came from that also. That was a pulley from that set. If you ever look at an actual good reproduction or a somewhere where an original is, you will look, it is concaved on the sides to be a pulley. It literally was a pulley inside of
Tilt it back towards you a little bit.
you just gotta go.
I don't know how you did that.
Well, there you go. This one's
Why
a little
is
bit
that, like-
because that one is not a real.
Why is that janky?
That is a custom DL44, and the barrel's a little bit shorter. Than it should
Okay,
be.
fine.
That's what it is.
Fat scope.
But yeah,
With a fat scope.
and the parts from that, and I will tell you where you can find some of those. If you remember when Luke's getting his hand worked on, there's 2 little aluminum pieces, triangular pieces. If you look, they're the exact same pieces that are on the pointy ends, the little dart-looking ends on the the DT12, the Greedo blaster.
Cool.
So those pieces show up also. They show up because they're cool aluminum pieces.
Yeah.
So, but tonight, the Revell engine kit.
Shine brightly.
Yes, like I said, it is a. Where's that? Hold it up, man. Where'd you put it?
I put it over here.
It's so big, and I can't. There it is. Look at him. It's a big kit. This thing is like this big when it's done. It's really cool.
Floating.
That, or you can go ahead, buy it, build it, and then watch all, and then have your Star Wars friends over, and then point out to, oh, this part's part of C-3PO. These were all used on the electro binoculars. Oh, and this water pump, that's also electro binocular. Oh, see the pistons? DL-44s. It's fun. I've never built this one. This man right here bought me one for my birthday, so I actually have one that's not been torn apart to build props that I can build and have for myself. Or tear apart and build props with. Either way, he knows I'm going to get equal enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, either way.
So, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Hope that was a little bit of like, hey, cool, that's actually kind of cool. I remember that.
Super informative.
I was actually talking to somebody today telling him about what we're going to talk about tonight, and he says, I built that when I was a kid. It's like, yeah, I love that thing. I'm like, well, yeah, they use that in Star Wars also.
A lot.
A lot, yes. From Hoth to Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, and I'm not really sure how many places they threw it into the movies, the later movies, but I guarantee if you start looking, you're going to find pieces.
You're going to find some pieces.
Yeah.
Even on the Mando.
Oh, even the blaster that IG-88's holding has a lot of the same similar crankcase pieces as Boba Fett's blaster does.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Like I said, it's one of my favorite topics. I could talk all night about this, and we could pull it out and spread all over, and you can listen to me talk for 20 minutes, which you already have about the Emperor's throne. But anyway, I think we ought to wrap it up, Matt. What do you think?
Yeah, yes, that sounds great.
So, since we're wrapping up, go ahead and go over next week.
What do you want? Next week is, of course, Family Feud. Brought to you by BlasterPro.
Yeah.
So, Family Feud is going to be the contest for next week. We are going to give away this lovely blaster right here. This is the DL-44 Hero Greedo Killer. 10 questions.
We were talking about.
What's that?
Dan found the turn-can we were talking about.
It is the Mitchell.
Mitchell. Yeah.
We've got, so that is next week. We've got the Mando helmet and the SC-14 and the DC-15 that we're going to be working on.
We'll be working on those, yeah. You know, I do have a full-time job now.
And then we covered all kinds of fun greeblies today.
Yes.
We got the Mando helmet. The Etsy store is, of course, back up. That's Etsy.com/shop/BlasterPro for all your blaster needs.
And yeah, you know, apparently, since some people have decided to put together their own DL-44 kits, I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
So
there you go.
Find a
ladies and
combination of DL-44s you would like.
Like if you have a couple of the ones that he's got listed already, and you're like, "Hey, I'd still like to get in on this deal," message him. He is more than willing to go through and let's make a deal.
Yep.
We're not playing that.
That would be awesome.
So yeah, that's and you know I've been in negotiation, not really negotiating. We've been talking back and forth since
Negotiations.
last night about it. He actually wants some few other pieces.
Aggressive negotiations.
No.
That's
He wants some other kit pieces also. So
Aggressive negotiate. Like
we're working out a deal. It's going to work good.
I got it. See, come on. They got it. I mean,
But-
that's
I
fine.
smell what you're stepping in.
Yeah. But
Wait a minute,
anyway,
I don't like that statement at all. Smell what you're stepping in. Come on.
we're all done. Unless you want to talk about the Revell engine kit a little bit more.
No, I want to point out that it
you
is the
know-
30th anniversary of the Muppet movie, which to me is awesome. Rodney pointed that out to me
Did you know
today.
that part 18, cap cylinder head, is part of C-3PO? It's an exposed part on his back, and they used 2 of them. It's right there, see? See it?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites right here. The thermostat housing. It was part of the portable scanner. The camshaft. Part number.
Good night, everybody. I love you all. Please save me.
Good night, everybody.